Peace and harmony. Hope everybody doing their thing, staying in tune, living another life in that heart frequency, going with our own personal flows. So yeah, I'm about to get into this new moon in Libra. Libra being cardinal air. You know, initiating, innovating, and creating new ways to think, feel, and express things. Most definitely. It all comes from an authentic place. Libra representing that balance, the scales, your inner harmony, your personal harmony. Balance is different for each individual person because it is your harmony. It is your personal harmony. But yeah, first I want to start off with actually some crystals, mix it up a little bit. I'm going to get into the energy as well as, Libra is ruled by Venus, and depending when I post this video, I think it's coming up in a couple of days, a new moon. So at this time, I think the Venus retrograde has actually already started. So it's going to be dealing a lot with, that balance of relationships, that balance of loving relationships, that balance of authenticity, both within and without, most definitely. But yeah, I want to start off with some crystals. So, just intuitively, something I've been feeling will be highly beneficial to work with is clear quartz. Also, very much so amethyst, because amethyst deals with, that seeing of the truth, that connection with the truth, and, just being able to, pave your path your way, seeing your truth. And also, I feel like blue apatite would be a very beneficial one to work with, dealing with, that throat area, expressing your truth, coming from a truthful place. The appetite for truth, truthful relationships, and expression of all things truth. Both, the positive aspects of truth and the negative aspects of truth, just balancing those things out so that you can live in your personal harmony, most definitely. And, with that being said, also bringing up some lapis lazuli, very, very beneficial to work with at this time. Deals with that first eye, the throat, and the solar plexus. So being able to see, express, and take action on, and just a will to pave your path your way in truth, connecting with your truth. And being able to see, the truthful relationships, create those truthful relationships, and innovate all these things in a new way for the beneficial aspect of your being, most definitely. They're kind of like, it's kind of like an inside joke, but like I've been messing around with like this idea of jewelry about how lapis lazuli, amethyst, and maybe even blue apatite is kind of like especially lapis lazuli and amethyst is kind of like a higher desire for your path, higher desire. And it's just like anything that doesn't fit or come within that realm, or anything that tries to disrupt your inner harmony, just ain't for you. It don't resonate. But by all means, there's different aspects of your being as well. So you might kick it here one day, you might kick it there one day. Have a positive aspect, have a negative aspect. But overall, it's all you, as long as it's beneficial to your being. Also bringing up a couple other crystals, some selenite. It's definitely a good one to keep around. Just that nice clearing energy. Angelic energy as well, that high vibrational energy, as well as some black tourmaline. So these ones would just be good for like that protection, especially these two together. The black tourmaline and selenite. It's great for that protection. Amplifying your personal vibe and just keeping things in tune with yourself, most definitely. Also repelling any negativity or any negative vibrations or any non-beneficial energy that might try to pop up. Because at this time, certain things might pop up that might be unbeneficial, but it's just about your will and your ability to see, intuitively feel, what you want to choose to do. You want to choose this route, to take this route, or choose not to even mess with this route. But yeah. So those are some of the crystals there. I'm going to get into it a little bit more as I keep it moving, but Just to start with those. So yeah, it's all about, with this new moon and Libra coming up, just about bringing things into balance. Having your own personal balance, your own inner harmony. That's what it's all about. You know, first and foremost within yourself, because that's where everything starts, is within. That's where we create our relationships, and that's kind of what this new moon is all about. Creating relationships, and it kind of depends on where it is. If it's in the first house, second house, third, fourth, the third being familiar surroundings, like, or maybe it's in the fifth house. Creating a relationship to express something in a certain way, a certain creative nature, like music, art, or something like that. But yeah. And it's all about, just maintaining and flowing through your inner harmony. And at this time, like, the universe is going to show you, like, and give you all the things you can handle at once. It's kind of like that. Can you stand the test, in a way? But at the same time, it's not exactly like a test, because it's sent directly from your higher self. So you can integrate both your shadow self and your higher self, I guess you could say, as well. Just that balance between the two. And this overall comes out, in the relationships that we choose to, be around or create in our life. And it is dealing with, that square Pluto in conjunct Neptune. So at this time, it's important to not get lost into any illusions, not create any illusions, going into any relationship or anything that you're trying to create, whether it's something new that you're trying to create, just a thing. But yeah, I'm kind of getting tangled in that idea, but it is dealing with that Saturn energy too. So Saturn's gonna be kind of like that smack in the face, that reality smack in the face, something like that, based on the time, this time and this reality that is. So it's going to be both positive and negative. There's a positive aspect to this, kind of to help ground you, to kind of help pull you into your path a little bit and help you flow through it, in a more grounded state. But as well as, it's going to kind of cut off the things that are a little bit too spacey. So that's why it's kind of like bringing up the conjunct Neptune. You don't want to be too spacey, but you want to have just the right amount. So it's all coming back to that balance place. It's all coming back to that place of harmony, that inner harmony that is. And the only person that knows it for sure is you, because it's your inner harmony. It's your true path. It's your true guide that you want to flow through. But yeah, with that being said, and it does land in the straight center of Libra. So there is no maybe. There's only yes or no. So, at times it could be kind of rough. At times it could be super smooth and harmonious. But it's all up to you about how you choose to go about things, most definitely. And it's just a time to, focus on, just time to focus on, creating truth in your life, truth in your relationships, clear relationships, transparent relationships. You know exactly what it's going to be. If it's going to be, a friendship right here, or something a little bit deeper, something on a little bit more sensual, sexual level. Especially if you're doing, especially between male and female, we got to have these, things up front. If we are vibing in this certain way, just to vibe, just to kick it, just to chill, as friends or whatever he wants to say. I mean, with that being said too, that relationship can always develop into something more sensual, something more sexual, a sacred energy exchange. But at the same time too, it doesn't necessarily have to go there. But just as long as you're clear, transparent, and upfront about each relationship in its true, full, and effect, then it's all good. But yeah, and it's all about focusing on authentic thoughts, clearing your mind of any tangles, any webs that are unbeneficial or non-beneficial to your being. Focus on what's authentic, your authentic thoughts. With that being said, too, focus and pay very close to your intuition, your inner voice. Focus on what's real, like something perceiving to be real because it's an illusion. You got to cut through it. You got to see through that web, that lie. And that's why I recommended these crystals, because these crystals are all good for stimulating that intuition, developing that intuition, also being able to express your truth, being confident where you are at this time, being confident in your relationships, being confident in your inner state of being, most definitely. Yeah, and you're just realizing what they realize, that we have the power to pave the direction. We are going in the direction of truth, your personal truth. And just in general, like all relationships at this time, it's dealing with this new moon energy in Libra, just dealing with this realness in relationships, the direction of the relationships, the direction of all aspects in your life as well. But more so, it's like the focus on relationships, because it is dealing with that Venus energy. Also, the relationships connection, why are we connected in the first place? Why, everything resonates with you for a reason. Just make sure it's coming from an authentic place. As well as, the energy emotion. It's a healthy thing to express, happiness, joy, anger, sadness. Have all these different little fluctuations. But at the end of the day, it's all about balancing that out too, having that inner harmony. Like, that's just kind of like the theme of it in general. And I kind of feel like it's a good time, just to harmonize your instincts. Definitely, listen and be in tune with your instincts. Be in tune with your instincts. Be in tune with your intuition. Balance those things out. Balance those things into a harmony, a little twist, so everything can be known that it's coming from a truthful place, from a transparent, truthful place. And in relationships too, it's important to get all three, to be harmonized with that person, that external, that reflection's energy, frequency, and vibration. If it's just one, then it's kind of more of a shallow relationship. So something you might want to, reflect on. But at the same time, too, even with all this being said, it's not about analyzing every little thing. It's just about what comes up in your experience. That's the thing that you gotta like reflect on. But then again, too, you don't want to be too judgmental of it. You kind of just gotta let it be, see the truth, what's true, what's not true, and just flow in truth, your personal truth, that is. Also, too, like, you gotta make it clear and transparent. Don't sleep on my energy. Know the worth of your energy. Know the worth of your vibration. Know the worth of your frequency. Know the worth of you. We all have worth. And if somebody's sleeping on your energy, making you feel unbalanced, or attempting to disrupt your inner harmony, by all means, let it go. Let it go. Air, what is it? It's detached. But at the same time, air can get twisted because they have all these little different thought forms coming up. So by all means, that's why it's important to clear your mind. Focus on authentic thoughts. Focus on truth and thoughts, and flowing truth. So everything just got to be crystal clear. Just crystal clear and transparent. And it's all about following, flowing through spirit, vibing through spirit, being in the authentic place of connection with spirit. And by all means, you'll be able to create real relationships, create real collaborations on projects. Whether it's music, art, videos, the list goes on and on. But yeah, just creating real relationships. Whether it's your soul tribe, soul family, or if it's your family in this reality is the bodysuit, friends, even strangers. Strangers. Creating real relationships. Sometimes it's shallow with strangers. It's kind of hard to determine at times because it's usually a little bit more shallow connection. But that's how it always starts: a stranger to a friend. It's basically like a family member. Like we tight, we cool. Just about really connecting, 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 and building upon these real relationships, these authentic relationships. Also, too, like if you're, working, not necessarily for yourself, if you're working a 9 to 5, or you're having to go to these places, it can be a little bit more difficult at times. But just make sure you're vibing with, the real co-workers or something, somebody that you work with. Make sure that vibe is, authentic and real. If it's not, then by all means, you might want to detach, put up some boundaries, let them know, be transparent with this. Like, what is this really about? That energy too. You gotta know why you're there in the first place. You gotta know why you're using that currency, why you're even putting your time in over there. Is it something that you want to be there for, a long amount of time? Is it something that you're just trying to get your currency and move? Is it just something, to help develop a certain project you're working on? You gotta make it clear and transparent, both within yourself and within other external aspects, other reflections as well. Yeah, just be mindful of energy. First and foremost, your energy. You gotta have that inner harmony. Like I've been saying in the theme of this video, mindful of your energy, as well as mindful of other people's energy. We always give respect. Always step with courage. By all means, too. Like certain things might pop up, but just you always gotta realize that fear ain't real. It's just like a little test, a little trick, the trickster. By all means, if something like that do come up, whether it be fear, pain, sadness, or something that makes you feel unbalanced, by all means, transmute that energy, because that is a power within itself. Transmuting that energy to use it to a neutral advantage. It becomes neutral, so you can use it for a positive aspect along your journey. So you can flow in a new direction on a certain project, on a certain relationship, whatever it be. This new moon happens to tend to be focusing on relationships, but it doesn't just hold to just that one thing. Because within one relationship within yourself, or on a reflection external, is a pathway to many. Also, it's kind of like a time where certain things might pop up, so you might have to reflect on like a past relationship, in the now, happening in the moment, or something that might happen in the future. But it's important to stay in the now. This is where we vibe. Now is the vibration. We're kicking it right here. Music is in the moment. It can be made in the past, it can be made in the future, but it's always in the now when you listen to it. That's how we vibe in the now. But like I was saying, there's certain things that come up. With this, getting back into this Venus retrograde. Last time, I saw a little side note on a video that I was checking out. I think it was by the. Dang, I would shout you out if I knew. I don't remember who exactly it was, but shout out, much love for the video. Talking about how Venus retrograde was in. Last time it came up in this Libra Scorpio area was, years back. Not to jump back into the past. I'm not gonna even shout out the time, but it was a little bit in the past. So whatever relationship that came back in the past could be jumping back up in your face. That's overall what this is trying to show you, and just something to be aware of. So if this does come up, if it does bring an unbeneficial emotion, an unbeneficial experience, by all means, just be aware of that. Reflect on it, but don't sit on it. Reflect and transmute, and keep things moving. Whenever it does pop up. And getting back to this crystal thing real quick too, I want to talk about clear quartz, because just I intuitively feel like, clear quartz is always a beneficial crystal to work with, but it's not like we externalizing anything of our power. It's just like something to help you get more in tune, something to harmonize your energies, something just to help you focus in on your energies, focusing on your relationships, focusing on your things that you want to create within a relationship or within your experience in general. But yeah, clear quartz is a very beneficial one to work with at this time. And with this energy, it kind of reminds me of clear quartz in a way, because we do got to be transparent. And within clear quartz, a lot of times you see a rainbow, all different shades of vibrations, whether it be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, pink, purple, violet, black, white, all these different colors, So with all these different colors, we're going to have these different experiences. Basically, your relationship, your experience in this along your journey is going to reflect that color. It's all about choosing which color you want to work for you. Because all of this is within us. But see, as we utilize these little tools, you can see the connection as above, so below, most definitely. It's a good time to, especially with this new moon energy. That's kind of what the new moon's about, putting in those affirmations, putting in that intent, that focus, that authentic truth in motion. I create my path in truth. Create your path in truth as you go. Put little personal affirmations, within that day, within that moment, within that week, within that month, within that year. And just do what you love overall. If you can't do what you love with compassion, unconditional love, and truth, then it's not for you. Do what you love. Do it with compassion, unconditional love. You do it with unconditional love. So the love is always there. Whether the experience is not always up to par in that moment, it's still unconditional love, because it's going to grow, blossom. The fruits are going to become ripe. And that's where we started putting in these things during the last full moon, when it started to wax, or whatever he wants to call it. It started to leave and become this new full moon. This new moon. Damn, getting tangled up. But yeah, that's where we put our visions, our intentions in, and now we kind of take an action. We letting it roll a little bit more, so that way when we get to the next full moon, those realizations, those fruits, all that work that we put in are here, becoming ripe. Just a fluctuation. And like I said, like the focus of this new moon in Libra is all about that cardinal air, and it deals a lot with that Venus energy, that relationships. And it's going to be a time of sensual, sexual relationships. These things might come up, and by all means, don't be fearful. Don't get tangled in. Don't get tangled in the web of the mind. Don't get tangled in society's web saying that sex is bad, or something like that. It all starts on a respect level relationship. In truth, a real relationship. It can start as a friendship and only go into a friendship, or it can develop more into, basically somebody that you consider family. Your soul tribe, your spirit tribe, somebody that you've known from a past life. And you just happen to connect with them again, and now you can create this new experience in a whole new way. Or it can develop into soulmate, a twin flame, that's where it can get more sensual or sexual. It's a time of sexual healing too. Dealing with this, Libra energy as we go closer and closer to Scorpio, it's the time to deal with that sexual healing. If you go there, don't be ashamed. Even if if you barely know the person, it could develop really fast. It could develop really slow. It's all about going with your own expansion and contraction. But yeah, that's basically, kind of what I was feeling, just taking some notes. Some things that I've been intuitively feeling, as well as, experiencing most definitely. And, it's just important to create your real relationships. Focus on creating everything in truth, by flowing in your truth, your personal truth. And just focus on authentic thoughts. By all means, clear your minds. Have that like Bruce Lee reflex. Anything that's not your thought, that you're receiving that's not beneficial for you, by all means, knock it out. Knock it out. Get it out of your aura, get it out of your field of energy. And by all means, I'm not saying get violent or anything like that. That's emotional thing that you could take. But by all means, you don't have to choose that one if you don't want to. It's all up to you. It's about your choice. Free will, most definitely. Something else I was going to say on that too. I don't know where it is right now. It's not coming up, but it's just all about basically aligning yourself with the authentic you. Focus on the Most High and I. Your Most High Self, your highest self. And that connection to Spirit. That's what it's all about. And by all means, when you're in that aligned place, you can create relationships that are very beneficial. And that's how you know it's all real too. But yeah, that's basically it. There's some more things I want to add, but for whatever reason, it's not coming through as clear. So I guess I just assigned from higher self, from Spirit, just to leave it at that. But yeah, just to reflect on that really quick, some very beneficial crystals to work with. Blue apatite. This one is actually kind of like more of like an air element, but it is kind of like a water element too, depending on the situation, but very beneficial to work with. Amethyst type of quartz. Also clear quartz. I don't have a clear quartz to show with me right here where I'm sitting, but definitely any type of quartz in general, but I feel clear quartz is one of the most important, as well as amethyst. But also, it could be citrine, as well as smoky quartz. Because it is kind of like a time to, ground, but you also very much so up in the air. But, it's all about your personal flow, your personal expansion and contraction. You can choose when you want to be grounded, when you want to spiritually ground yourself. You can choose when you spiritually want to be up in the clouds or whatever you want to call it, up in the cosmos, whatever you want to call it. Also, lapis lazuli, very beneficial one to work with. Selenite, once again, selenite. And black tourmaline. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm sure there is some. You can also do your research too. I'm sure there's very good sources out there as far as crystals. If you're into that type of thing, just search some beneficial crystals for Libra, or your personal zodiac. It's very beneficial to work with personal zodiac stone at times if it resonates with you. But it's also even more important just to realize that all this energy is within us. Really, we don't need anything, but these are just tools, little reflections of yourself to help you get more in tune to flow in that place of alignment. So just keep to that mind, in all aspects that you're doing. Whether it's crystals, this is a form of relationship right here. A relationship with the crystal, a relationship with a friend, a relationship with a family member, a relationship with a girlfriend or a boyfriend, a relationship with a twin flame, a relationship with a soulmate, a relationship with all these things are all within us. It's all about the relationship within ourselves, first and foremost. So just flow in that place of alignment, and everything will be all right, most definitely. But yeah, peace and harmony. I know everybody's staying in tune, doing their thing, living their love and life from that heart frequency. My bad if this video is a little bit boring. I'm kind of squeezing it in the last minute. But hey, it is what it is. If it's boring, my bad. If you enjoyed it, much gratitude. You can always help support the channel by, giving a like, dropping a comment, subscribing to the channel, as well as, get some donations, Much gratitude for anybody that chooses to donate. As you can see, all the donations will be going to a positive thing for this channel, to help grow this channel, to help, get upgrades on this channel, and, I use money for good, man. And, that's all about your personal thing too. Money is energy. You get to choose what you want to do with it. But yeah, with that link, it's up in the corner, or you can get underneath this video, I think, as well. I don't have my business one up right now, just my personal one, but it's up to you if you choose to donate. And yeah, that's basically it. Which, I'm kind of working on upgrades on the channel, kind of moving things around, getting some new social media platforms up, dealing with that connection, those relationships. You see how it goes. As well as, getting some business things together. So by all means, just bear with me. But yeah, much gratitude for the support, much love. Wishing everybody infinite prosperity and abundance.